Hey everyone, just got back from work and look what I have. New packages. Let's go open them up. Alright, so today I have a really cool game coming in. If you know me, you know I love my SEGA CD. You know I love that whole system in general, the SEGA CD, the Genesis, and the 32X, all put together. So, of those, I really like the SEGA CD. And with the SEGA CD, there's a handful of games that I really had to have when I started collecting for it again. And this is one of them. And it just came in today. I got it from eBay, so let's open it up. Yes, Rise of the Dragon. So this game I got from eBay, like I said. I got it from the original owner of it, and I believe they were just trying to get rid of it. So I got this for $20 and free shipping, but it's in really good condition. The case looks great. It doesn't have the little styrofoam thing that I do like to have, but the game manual looks great. So $20 for this. Very excited. It's a point and click, and it does take some time. So if you're into those games, this is the game for you. And this game came out in 1993 here in the US. And this one actually had voice acting in it. Now I think the original came out on the PC. It didn't have that. So it's just, you see the text, you click the button, it goes to the next text, and so on and so on. But this one actually has voice acting in it. And of course the sounds are great. The voice acting is but I do enjoy it. But I will say it probably doesn't have a lot of replay value. These are the type of games that take a while to get through. So once you solve it, you're like, okay, I'm done. And you kind of know how to do it from that point on. Luckily, I have my SEGA CD memory card because I'm gonna need it for this. So let's go pop it in. So nothing makes me happier than to see cheesy graphics to start off. That's fantastic. I'm all in at that point. I'm all in. So Rise of the Dragon is actually, it's a remake. It was remade for the SEGA CD, but it originally came out for the Macintosh and PC back in 1990. This, of course, was done in 1993. Now, Dynamics is the one that developed it, and you might know some of their games, like The Adventures of Willy Beamish, another game that's on the SEGA CD. But this one follows a dude named Blade, and if it looks a lot like Blade Runner, I'm pretty sure that was on purpose. And just like Blade Runner, it's set in a dystopian type or a cyberpunk version of Los Angeles in the future. This one takes place in 2053. And if I don't fast forward this, we're never going to get to the actual game, so I'm going to fast forward this. And he even dresses like Deckard in Blade Runner. So make no mistake, this is totally a ripoff of that. But I love that. So instead of chasing cyborgs per se, this is a detective, and you're actually chasing in search of what caused the mayor's daughter's death. She overdosed on some designer drug. And it's up to you, Blade, to figure out what's up with all these drugs. Where is it coming from? Who's running the gamut? Now, the difference between this version and the PC and Macintosh versions is that this one actually has voice acting in it.
Oh, we're horribly disfigured like my poor daughter.
Now, that doesn't mean it's better. It just means that there's actual voices in it. I personally like it. And it was given an MA17 rating by the Video Game Rating Council. Now, it doesn't say why they did that, because from what I have seen, it's really not all that bad. But I guess there is some profanity. There's drugs in it, I suppose. There's cross-dressing. Didn't know that that was a rated R kind of thing. And I suppose partial female nudity, if you can put all those pixels together. But this was a different time. 1990s, this was a different time. This was like when they were coming out with all of those different ratings. And they had different standards then. In fact, there was a French kiss scene in this game that was actually removed from the SEGA CD version, which we find kind of ridiculous now. Now, this did come out with a lot of fanfare. It actually got very high ratings. It had won numerous awards. It was lauded for its almost perfect translation from the PC title. But as I soon found out playing this, it does lack in one feature, and that is playability. It just, once you've done it, you've done it. So this one would probably sit on the shelf for a while until you got that itch again that you needed to scratch, and then you'd throw that SEGA CD in, play it all over again. But overall, it got really good ratings. Now, clearly this is not an action game in that you are constantly pushing the buttons. This is a thinking game. Every decision does have a consequence. If you make the wrong decision, you may have to start over. So my thoughts on this game are pretty simple. The controls are easy. It's a point and click game. But the graphics are actually quite nice. I really like the sequences that were created and the storyline. I really do like the storyline. It takes a while. You have to like this kind of game. It has to be your thing or you're just not going to like it. I mean, look, we're about 7 minutes in and we're barely into the game. So, patience. Patience. So as you can see, it's going to take a little time to play a game like this, but if you do like that kind of game, this is actually a fantastic game to get. And if you have the patience and the time to finish it, you will be rewarded, trust me. So until next time, this has been another episode of the Layman Video Gamer. I'm going to go try to, finish this game, or at least get somewhere with it. So go ahead, go.